What's up guys, Esther here, and welcome to Dear Esther. Now, I've wanted to play this game for a while because I thought it was a very, very good game. And I'm kind of excited to play it because from what I've seen from the cutscenes, or just the pictures that I've seen of it, it kind of reminds me of The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, and I know I said this was going to come out before it actually did, and I'm sorry, I'm a jackass, I fully admit it. So, I'm sorry, but why is that? I don't know. But let's get to this game. Before we do this game, I'm going to just move you down a tiny microscopic there. Okay. Sorry, I had to move my mic. Alright, so let's get to this game. So start. There's a lot to this game. Okay. Ooh, and it all looks pretty. I guess we'll play the first chapter.
Dear Esther, the gulls do not land here anymore. I've noticed that this year they seem to shun the place. Maybe it's the depletion of the fishing stock driving them away. Perhaps it's me. When he first landed here, Donnelly wrote that the herds were sickly and their shepherds the lowest of the miserable classes that populate these Hebridean islands. 300 years later, even they have departed.
Oh dear. Okay. So this is supposed to be kind of a mystery game like The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, and I said this when I played Ethan Carter, that was probably the most beautiful game I had ever played. It was so immersive, it was just so good, I couldn't stop. Oh dear, is this one going to be about Ghost 2, or is this going to be about another boy, or what? God, I'm actually thinking about going back and playing that game. Just because I love it so much. And I would put it on here on the laptop, and I bet you the graphics would be even better. Okay. So there's no actual action for me? I don't have to do anything? Because I feel like all I have to do is just kind of walk around and not really do anything else. Because it's doing all the actions for me. It's done the flashlight for me. It's done just pretty much everything else for me. It did the dodging movement for me. Okay. For some reason when I left click, it does that. Oh, okay, it's kind of like, wow. Okay, what else can I do? Q. E, R, F, Shift, Control, Tab. Okay, so all I can do is move forward, I'm guessing. Oh, yeah, so it's definitely free world. So it doesn't seem like I have very many barriers. I wonder how far... Okay.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude. Okay.
I'm sorry for that? I don't honestly really know what this game is about. I know it's very story-driven, and it's supposed to be somewhat of a mystery. But that's unfortunately all I really know about it. And yes, I know I'm going back. I wish I could run. But it doesn't seem like I could run. And I'm going back because I accidentally fell down the cliff. Also, I don't know if I can, but I want to see if I can get into... Okay, so there's all of this. That's obviously pressure. Alright, I honestly have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to be doing in this. Much like The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, I feel stupid. Because I have no idea what the bloody hell's going on. Okay, so I can't... I don't know if I can get into the lighthouse. I love lighthouses. My parents used to... what was it? They used to collect lighthouse stuff. Like different paintings and pictures. They even did figurines, like small little figurines of famous lighthouses from around the United States, mainly the East Coast. They never really got a whole lot of stuff from the Pacific, but Oh, God, it was so much fun. And their love of lighthouses gave me kind of a love of lighthouses. So that was always nice. I want to see if I can actually go up there and go into the cave, because my flashlight wasn't turning on, so I don't know if I was supposed to be in there or not. This game does have good reviews. It is on Steam, yes, it does cost to buy, but much like The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, which was a complete and utter must-buy in my opinion, and I still think that game holds to this day. It's such a good game. I'm really hoping that with the amazing graphics of this game as well, that it holds just as much water to it. So, I guess only time will tell. So let's see if we... Okay, oh, it looks like we can. We're allowed. So we are supposed to go in here. Right, okay. Maybe not? I don't know. Can I jump? Can't jump. Alright, I guess this just means I have to go back. Alright, so I guess that was just for scenery? I'm guessing this guy's following like some kind of old folk legend or folklore of some sort. And I don't think I can really climb the mountain. I'm going slowly up it. Okay, so there's definitely a wall there that's blocking me. Come on, come on. Nope, alright. Alright, so I guess I go down this way. This looks really nice. This is a nice beach. And I can't run. And I hate the fact that I can't run. I hate it when it's slow and I can't run. I don't feel like I can do much in this game. I don't know how much I appreciate that. I guess I'm a little determined as to how much of this game I do play. Because it looks like I'm coming to the end. Oh! Maybe I go over here. Ooh, or over here.
Those islands in the distance, I am sure, are nothing more than relics of another time. Sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final dream. I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
I'm just waiting for a monster to come out and drag me away into like a nothing, a complete and utter bliss or something. I don't know, because I've played too many horror games. What is that? Oh, this has got Ethan Carter written all over it. It's a mouse. That looks like a computer mouse. Kind of-ish. What that? Or a half heart or something. It's... What the fuck are you? You're a person with, I don't know, something coming out of a vagina that's just clearly not healthy. I feel like it's getting darker. I might have to turn the light up.
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
Because I can't see shit. Maybe in the options I can like... I didn't do much at all. Okay, am I supposed to go up here? No, I'm not! Dead end! Great. Still waiting for something to be behind me just to grab me and like make... what is that? Still wish there was a running part to this because I feel like it would make the game go just a wee bit faster. I'm probably going to have to cut out a bunch of this stuff if it's just me continuously walking back and forth because you guys don't really need to watch that. So I guess I'll be back when I hit that. I'm guessing it was a staircase. So, I guess be right back. Alright, so we're here at the staircase. We're gonna go up, waiting for it to fall into a hole, and then be eaten by a monster. I've played too many horror games. I need to not. Oh, but I love all horror games and ambience games and mystery games. Those are like some of my favorite. And RPGs, obviously. I mean, and simulations, you know, and StarCraft 2 and Final Fantasy. I've noticed that they came out with Final Fantasy for the PC. Or Final Fantasy X-2 anyways. It is my favorite of the Final Fantasies. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, Sarus, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you like 10 too? I like it because A, Titus isn't in it and you don't have to hear him go, ha 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 ha. That killed Final Fantasy X for me. I can't play the game because of that. A horrible voice acting. Holy Jesus.
A wonderful sight. The moon cresting the junction between the cliff path and the stone circle. It cast a shadow of the ridge across the beach. All the world as if you had signed your name in untidy handwriting.
Yay! okay, I guess. There looks like to be something up there. Maybe it looks like either yeah. I'm sorry, I can't speak. Me no speak today because I'm very tired. It looks like a radio tower. And it's got that giant light on it to keep airplanes from crashing into it. Which would be a good thing. I mean, you know, you don't want airplanes crashing into your shit. Ah, I've got something in my eye. Oh my god.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or a fishing boat, and notice and aid, or impose a cordon of protection. Wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this. To keep any would-be rescuers at bay.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with my eye.
The infection is not simply of the flesh.
God, they just watered up like crazy and they just started stinging for absolutely no reason. Oh, many hair in my eyes. I don't even think I have anything in my eyes. Ow, that hurt. Ow. Have you ever had that where it stings for no reason and you check it and there's nothing wrong with it? There's no hair, there's no eyelash, there's nothing. It just, it decides to fuck with your day. So I guess I just keep walking. This does kind of remind me a little bit of on a beach, but for some reason that beach being in the middle of the desert, because this part right here looks a lot to me like going through Yakima or going through Walla Walla. You know, going through all those different areas that I've been to, that I've lived near, when I lived in Washington.
We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did.
Right.
No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange
luminescence. Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, lighting people up is just is a bad idea. Also, what the hell is down there? I thought I saw some, like, weird rock formation. I don't know. Maybe I'll get to see it later on. Because I can't... Oh, my god, I can go that way. Holy shit. Okay, I can... Oh, because there's no barbed wire over there. But I'm thinking I'm supposed to follow the trail? Or stay with the storyline. Ah, it's doing it again! Oh, this is not my day. Oh. Oh. God, my eye... I don't...
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage.
Woo!
My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
I'm hearing a heartbeat. I also feel like I heard something else.
I threw my arms wide and the cliff opened out before me, making this rough home. I transferred my belongings from the bothy on the mount and tried to live here instead. It was cold at night, and the sea lapped at the entrance at high tide. To climb the peak, I must first venture even deeper into the veins of the island, where the signals are blocked altogether. Only then will I understand them, when I stand on the summit and they flow into me, uncorrupted.
Okay, but there was this other part over here that I wanted to take a look. It looked like there was like some kind of rock formation, plus there is a path, so if there's a path, then clearly I should go that way for more of the story, and to hear more of the narrator. That's just me. I mean, that's what I think. This is a strange storyline. Plus, hearing that heartbeat and hearing the radio frequencies, by the way, that was a little freaky. Okay, this game is a little terrifying. It's definitely got this creepiness to it, which, you know, A+ for effort. I do like the look of it, though. It's very nice. The flowers are a little rough. I feel like they might be a little 2D. Yeah, that's 2D. That's Minecraft 2D right there. That's Minecraft with a resource pack 2D. where they literally follow you and they're only one-sided. That's great.
He still maintains he wasn't drunk, but tired. I can't make the judgment or the distinction anymore. I was drunk when I landed here, and tired too. I walked up the cliff path in near darkness and camped in the bay where the trawler lies beached. It was only at dawn that I saw the bothy and decided to make my temporary lodgings there.
See? Look! Rocks!
I was expecting just the aerial and a transmitter stashed in a weatherproof box somewhere on the mount. It had an air of uneasy permanence to it. Like all the other buildings here, erosion seems to have evaded it completely.
Definitely rock formation. What was that? What is that? Can I pick it up? What are the controls for crying out loud? Controller. Controller. No, I don't need the controller. Keyboard and mouse. There we go. No, wait, what? No, don't reverse mouse. No. Ignore that. It doesn't give you actual up, down, left, right, does it? I feel like I just flashed. I don't know if that was just the game syncing back up or what. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I can also go that way as well. And I can go this way, I think. So this is definitely open world, which I like. I wasn't quite sure exactly how long it was. Can I go up this? No, I cannot. Okay. So it does definitely have borders, like... And I know I keep, like, comparing this to the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. It just reminds me of it so much. I don't know. But also just because I just love that game so much. Again, I'm totally gonna play that again. Because it's fucking awesome. It's just an awesome game. I want to see if I can, like, do much better, because I remember it took me hours to play last time. I love hearing wind go through rocks. It sounds like moaning and ghosts and stuff. I always thought that was fascinating. But I kind of like the supernatural. I believe in it. So, what is this? Hello. Another... Oh. Oh, I guess we were supposed... Wait, were we supposed to go through that cave?
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
I wonder if I can go back, because I never got to see what was... it looks like I might be able to? No. So I don't know if I was supposed to see anything in that cave. Oh no, I think I fucked up. And I can't go back. No! Well, I mean, I guess I leave those to you guys. You know, you can always see what it is. Hello, I guess the ferry's home. Now I feel bad because I have no idea what was in that cave. And the story continues. I don't know if it was important. Now I've got two different areas to go through. And... Oh, yay! What did the ferry bring me? The ferry bring me a giant thing of water! Ah, thank you. I don't like the water from our tap. It, sucks. Our drinking water. So I like I drink the filter water that we get from fountain machines here, because it's better. It tastes cleaner. We need to get a filtration system when we move. That'll be nice. Okay, so there's several different paths. I'm wondering if they all lead to the same place? Oh god, I miss the beach. I remember going to the beach when I lived in Washington when I was just a little girl, with my grandparents, when we still lived there when my dad was in the military, when he was in the Navy. He served for over a decade. 9 years of my life. The first 9 years of my life and a few years before then. But... oh god, it was so nice. Can you not make a bunch of noise, please? Thank you. Gracias. Alright. Why can't I jump or do anything? All I can do is, like, zoom in. And even then, that's just temporary. Can I climb up this? I can't even climb up the rope. Can I get onto this? I feel like it's trying. Okay, so I can't investigate anything. What am I supposed to... I don't get quite where I'm supposed to go, or if I'm supposed to find certain things, or... I don't know. I mean, I guess once you get the majority of the story, then you can just go on to the next part.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Okay. Alright, so... Oh, look, there's a line. Can I follow this line? Can I has this? Can I has cheeseburger? And if you don't get that reference, then you're an idiot, and you probably shouldn't be watching my show. No, you're not an idiot. I love you. Please don't unsubscribe. No, it's just a stupid cat meme. Can I has cheeseburger? I never really got into cat videos. I have to say, or cat memes and stuff. It was never really my thing. Maybe because I'm not a cat person. Never really been a cat person. You know, we didn't have cats growing up as a kid. Didn't really see the need for them.
I had kidney stones, and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
You have kidney stones the size of islands, dude. You need help. I've had a kidney stone before. It's not fun. Apparently, and I actually got it while I was pregnant, and apparently pregnant women, it's common for them to have kidney stones. Who knew? Apparently it's also common for them to, suffer from from brain aneurysms coming up, which I have. I do need to get it checked though, because, I don't know. I know I should get it checked, because if it were to burst, I'd be dead. I understand that. It's, I think, more or less the fear of knowing that I've got a ticking time bomb, that I could potentially have a ticking time bomb. And the only reason I know I at least had one is because the last time I got my the last time I went in to the optometrist to get my eyes checked to get new glasses, when I got these bad boys, they looked at my eyes with like this new fangled machine or something, and it saw scarring in one of my eyes. And the kind of scarring that it was and where it was placed was apparently the only way for that to happen is if I would have had a brain aneurysm. So I guess I had a brain aneurysm, and it happened like within the first few weeks of my pregnancy, which scared the hell out of us because we just found out I was pregnant, and I had already been having complications and issues with the pregnancy. It was really, really hard. It was for my son. Baby dragon. Baby dragon.
I've begun to wonder if Donnelly's voyage here was as prosaic as it was presented. How disappointed not to have found the bones of the holy man. No wonder he hated the inhabitants so. To him they must have seemed like barnacles mindlessly clinging to a mercy seat. Why cling so hard to the rock? Because it is the only thing that stops us from sliding into the ocean. Into oblivion.
Oh my. So, the natives were not going to give him up any of the secrets of the holy man. He got pissed and he probably killed them all. So, he pulled a Spaniard on a bunch of native people? That's not nice. See, look, that's definitely a radio tower. Still wondering what was inside that cave. I don't know. I'm not going to play this for very much longer. I think if I can get to the next area and then save, possibly, we'll see. I don't know what the save system is like on here. If I have to play this all over again before recording it, it's going to annoy the living hell out of me. Just because I don't like having to repeat gameplay. Also, I want to bring back a few other games that I played sporadically that I no longer really play, but I want to play again. There's some games out there that are really fun that I want to play, but I've just not played them because they've been overplayed on the internet. But new stuff's come up, and I'm kind of thinking, maybe. And I thought maybe Supreme Commander 2, because that was always a fun game to play. I remember playing that with my friends, and having just a blast playing with them. And the fact that I'm going to go back to see them here in a couple of months, I'm thinking maybe I might put that on the laptop and holy...
What charnel house lies at the foot of this abyss? How many dead shepherds could fill this hole?
I'm not going to find out, because I don't want to go into the hole and I don't want to die. Death is a no-no for Sarus. Sarus wants to live. Which is why I am going to eventually get the brain aneurysm checked out, to see if I still have it, and to see if I have to do anything, if I have to take medication for it or what. Because, I've been fine ever since. So, who knows? Who knows? And again, I'm not going down that fucking hole, because fuck that hole. Oh look! Another house! How pretty. Oh, it's up on the hill, too. It must be nice. If this was a rock slide, you'll be fucked. Ooh, music.
I've begun my ascent on the green slope of the western side. I've looked deep into the mountain from the shaft, and understood that I must go up and then find the way under. I will stash the last vestiges of my civilization in the stone walls and work deeper from there. I'm drawn by the aerial and the cliff edge. There is some form of rebirth waiting for me there.
So this guy's going on some kind of religious pilgrimage of some sort. Alright, and this looks like this used to be some kind of a trail or road based upon how the logs are set. Which is understandable if there was some kind of civilization on these islands. I'm still waiting for a ghost or something to come up and just scare the fuck out of me.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either. My heart is landfill. These false dawns waking into the still never light. I sweat for you in the small hours and wrap my blankets into a mass. I've always heard the waves break on these lost shores, always the gulls forgotten. I can lift this bottle to my ear, and all there ever is for me is this Hebridean music.
Someone's bed. A sleeping bag of some sort. Okay. Clearly down that way. Is there anything else I'm supposed to see over here, though? I don't want to miss anything in this game, because it seems very detail-oriented, like you have to literally go everywhere to get the full story. And it seems like you're not just hearing the guy that you're playing story, that you're also kind of like reading a journal of the other guy that whose footsteps you're following, I guess you could say. No, this is a different area. Again, that static is just weird. Okay, can I come up here? Okay, yes, I can come up here so far. The question is there a way to come up here safely without the game going bleh? Yeah, almost. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Come on, you can do it. Fuck, okay. Guess I'm guessing if you see these rocks, then that means that you're not allowed to go this way. Yeah, okay. I gotta go this way. Alright. Okay, I'll follow you, I guess. Whatever. As long as I don't miss anything, because if I do, I'm blaming you. Okay, there's gotta be a way, an area where I can save or something. There's gotta be a place where I can like go to the next area, and then I can save and leave that for later. Oh look, more caves at the bottom, yay! Okay, so keep going down, keep going down, keep going down, yay! Don't die, don't fall. Wait, I just came from over that way. I don't want to go back.
Jakobsen's ribcage, they told Donnelly, was deformed. The result of some birth defect, or perhaps a traumatic injury as a child. brittle and overblown it was, and desperately light. Perhaps it was this that finally did for him, unable to contain the shattering of his heart. In half-light, his skeleton a discarded prop, a false and calcified seabird.
Oh, it's not very nice to talk about the dead. I mean, there are some dead people you could just, like, talk horribly about because they did a lot of bad things sometimes, but still, you be a little nice, have a little respect for dead people.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. All around him, small flowers were reaching for the weak sun. The goats had adjusted happily to life without a shepherd and were grazing freely about the valley. Donnelly reports they hurled the body in fear and disgust down the shaft, but I cannot corroborate this story.
Why didn't they bury him? Give him a proper burial. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't know the guy well enough. But still, have a little respect for the dead. God. This is a very pretty game, I will have to say. There's a lot, you could tell that when they made this, they put a lot of effort into it. Designing it and wanting it to be a very, I wouldn't say ambitious, but a very ambience-based game. Look, we're going through a boat. Yay! It's bones. The boat's bones. But it does look like somebody did put a lot of heart into this game and wanted it to have some kind of meaning. Whether I'm going to get that meaning, I don't know. I am a very stupid person. I have been known to, like, not...
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
I think that's the next part. Okay, because that looks familiar. That looks like one of the chapters. So I think we might be getting on to chapter 2. So I don't know if we're supposed to go there just yet because it looked like the blue things in chapter 2. So I want to go down here first and see if there's any part of the story that I've missed. I do like how it's automatic. I don't like the flashlight though itself. It seems rather weak. Still waiting for something to come up and, like, fuck me in the ass. I don't know. Okay, I think that's as far as I can go. Is it? No. Okay, I can go a little farther. Is that a dead person? Hello? It's someone's trunk. Righty then. Well, somebody was a very unpopular fellow, now was he? Alright, I guess that means we have to go into the cave. And if this is chapter 2, then I think we're gonna end it right there. Because if I could do like a chapter at a time and try to keep these videos under an hour, that would be nice. Especially now that I'm much better at editing than I was when I played The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. And I didn't take as many like non-voice, I could actually do better. I think I'm a little better at editing. I am a little better at editing, right guys? Right? You love me, right? That's it. Thumbs up, high five, high five. Ah, okay. Yeah, this definitely looks like the next part in the chapter. Why is there a candle lit? Ooh. This reminds me of the Makalani Woods from 10 and 10-2, except less trees and more evil. I guess it's the color alone. Oh dear Christ. And I think that's it! This is the next chapter, is it? I'm thinking.
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is, has gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us and whatever correspondence could be drawn from the wet rocks.
It's so pretty. Why are there candles lit down here? That means someone's down here. Why do those look like skulls? The tops of them. But I think that's all the time we have today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is getting to be interesting, a little strange, and it feels like it drags. It's a game that drags on, and you have to go long distances just to get to the next part of the game. But it is a pretty game. It's a very beautiful, very aesthetically pleasing game, and I really can't wait to play more of this. And I like the sound effects. I like the background noise of the ocean and the seagulls and stuff. That's really cool. I like the soundtrack. This is a good soundtrack. I really do like it. But thank you guys so much for watching, though. If you like this video, hit that like button. Subscribe for more of my videos. Share with your friends and family. I'll put a link to the Ethan Carter playlist in the description down below. Just because it's a good playlist and it's a good game and you really should play it. And hopefully this is just as good. But as always, I'm Sarus Drake, and I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for staying with me for over 2,000 views. Oh my god, and almost 300 and over 300 videos. What? And YouTube still lets me have a channel? But again, thank you guys, and I will talk and play for you in the next episode. Bye-bye! There it is! There it is! Yep, see, that just came right around there and tried to smash my brains in.